Everybody's asking me what you've been thinking about these days. Well,
yeah, I bet. That's former Vice President Kamala Harris teasing her potential political future during her first major speech since leaving office. Now, sources say Harris is currently considering 3 options going forward. She could decide on a gubernatorial bid in her home state of California, a 3rd run for the presidency, or to not seek elected office at all. A former senior Harris campaign official tells CBS News, quote, 75 million Americans voted for her. She's well positioned. As Democrats work toward finding their new messaging and identity, New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been leading packed rallies around the U.S. with Senator Bernie Sanders. Her rising profile has some wondering if she might be the party's best bet to counter President Trump. Joel Payne is the man to talk to about all of this. He's a Democratic strategist and a CBS News political contributor, joining us from our D.C. bureau. Good morning to you, Joel. Let's start with AOC. She may try to lead a House Dems on the Oversight Committee. You've got some high-profile retirements brewing as well. What do you think her political future is?
Errol, good to be with you. You know, she obviously was a candidate initially for that oversight ranking member spot for Democrats, and that initially went to Jerry Connolly, who recently decided to step back to focus on his health. I actually think that job might actually maybe be a little bit too small for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez right now. I'm sure she's considering it. She said publicly that she's weighing it. But it wouldn't surprise me if, given her expanding national profile, if she felt like she wanted to take that time to focus it on continuing to build a national brand, tell a national story, and build a broader coalition of support.
I mean, she really has been a rock star for Democrats since appearing on the national stage, really. And she was asked earlier this week about the articles of impeachment filed against President Trump by a Michigan congressman. Let's just share with our viewers what she had to say.
It should absolutely be on the table. It should be on the table for every president. Every president should know that if you break the law, you could be prone to removal.
So she says it should be on the table, but she didn't comment on whether or not she supported this specific move. Why do you think that might be?
I think she made the point there that a lot of Democrats feel you cannot take accountability off the table for any president and any elected official, for that matter. I don't think she's focused on that. And I don't think writ large, by the way, Democrats are focused on it. The Democratic leadership's not focused on it. Honestly, just as someone who works in the grassroots of the Democratic Party, I don't think the grassroots base of the party is focused on that. They are focused on continuing to build broad opposition to Donald Trump and to build grassroots energy behind a broader Democratic agenda that can actually defeat Trump and Trumpism at the ballot box in 2026 and 2028. And I think she did a good job of communicating that there.
Now, she raised nearly $10 million, which is just a huge amount in the first 3 months of this year. And she's polling favorably among Democrats and even released this campaign-style video as well. Let's show that.
All of us together, seeing our common cause, this is what this country is all about. Don't let them trick us into thinking we are enemies. Don't let them trick us into thinking we can be separated into rural and urban, black and white and Latino. We are one.
Might she be the standard bearer in 2028, especially with the rumblings of another attempt by VP Harris?
Errol, if you close your eyes and squint, who did that sound like? That sounded like Barack Obama sometime around 2006 and 7 and 8. Some of the language, some of the iconography that she used there. And listen, I've said for a long time, not only do I think Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is one of the best messengers, if not the best messenger in the party, I think she might be the best political athlete in the party. She has such a big future ahead of her. Everything from making big speeches in public platforms like she's been doing with Bernie Sanders on that Fight Oligarchy tour, to honestly some of the good faith leadership she's been doing on Capitol Hill. She is the rare Democrat that can be on Capitol Hill and that could be relevant in the halls of Congress and also have relevance and have connection out in the country with everyday people. She can hop on a bar stool in the Bronx. She can go out to a field in rural California. She can be welcomed in the inner city in Chicago. She has a broad spectrum of support. And I think that is what you need for any successful politician to launch a national campaign. I'd keep an eye on her for 2028.
All right, yeah, not all people can appeal in those places. Joel Payne, we will certainly watch this space. Great to chat with you.
Got it.